Hello citizens of Tokusatsu Central, I am Jared Rand, and today I'm going to do the combination of the Uchuu Sentai Kyuuranger Kyutamajin. So this is going to require Shishi Voyager, the entire set right here, Ryu and Koguma Kyutamas, Okami Kyutama, Oshi Kyutama, Chameleon Kyutama, Kajiki Kyutama, Scorpio, or the Sasori Kyutama. Let me just focus a little bit better. The Hebitsukai Kyutama, the Tenbin Kyutama, and the Washi Kyutama. So let's get this started by putting the Shishi Voyager into its Kyureno form. And spin around its head, but we're also going to take off the entire head portion. Then we're going to put Kajiki on here, then Okami on the left leg, Oshi on the right leg, and Chameleon right on there. And next, we're going to take the Ho-Oh base and split it apart. Right back there. And then we'll put Kyureno right onto the Kyutama ports on top of it. And then, of course, as the extremely exhausting combination shall go, we'll take Tenbin and put him on the bottom, and Hebitsukai will also go on the bottom. Next, for this big guy right here, make sure you have him on. Push down the visor. Then put these swords right into the arms. Or not the arms, the satellite bits right here. And then I like to keep them up for now. But then I also prefer to close those up. Just a little unnecessary, some people think, but you know. Take off the chest piece and take out the Kyutama. And then pull off the legs. But make sure the legs are spread all the way out. And then we're going to clip it right onto the back of the Ryutei ports, or the Ryutei Kyureno ports. And then we'll take Ryu, and I'm gonna bring it up a little bit further. Sorry, let me just adjust the camera. Alright, here we are. We're just gonna take Ryu and put him right there. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. Take Koguma, right there. Just let me focus a little bit. There we go, and place him right on there. Then we'll flip down the, what I like to call the wings of this guy. And then we'll take the rocket bits and flip around the wings and place them on the Kajiki Voyager. Flip around the wings on the other arm. And then Sasori will go on here. And Washi will go right onto there. So you can see we're building a pretty big guy, and we have no place to put the Kyureno head yet. We'll take off this head right here and put the Kyureno head right onto there. And then, to finally end the combination, take the chest piece and plug it into these two tabs right there. And it actually clips in a little bit better than Ryuteio's ports. Then we'll just plug in the head, and then we will place the Ho-Oh Kyutama right on top. And there are actually some noises for this form. If you have it in, or if you have the other one in that other configuration, let's just say the other one is, or we have Ho-Oh, or Gigant Ho-Oh in the Gigan Ho-Oh formation, we'll just hold down the button. Also, these passwords up here, yeah, none of these are actually true. They're just fake ones to lead you on, actually. So, I promise they don't work. So, there you have the full combination right there. And I promise this isn't real. It's not real. Let me just bring it down a little bit. So, here's the full Kyutamajin formation. And if anything, this is just huge. But the problem is the huge mess it's going to create. Because it only uses the Kyutamas, Shishi Voyager, and the Ho-Oh base station and rocket. So it really doesn't have that big of a combination overall. But it does, in some sense, work. In my opinion. Putting aside the fact that there's a gigantic pile right next to me of Kyuuranger ports and pieces and stuff, it otherwise works. It's very streamlined in a way, and it does, in fact, feel very much like a past Sentai Robo. Tokyo Rainbow, this guy isn't. But I'm glad that this thing at least has some originality in a way, that even though it uses the gimmicks, it doesn't just all line them up and look really stupid. With this, there's an odd amount of class to it. As you can see, I flipped back the fists. If you kept them up, you'd be able to see the fists. And I don't like that at all. So that's why I flip them up usually. But I think it'll be more accurate just to have the fists flipped down. But I overall do enjoy the look of this thing, but I'm unfortunately a little bit disappointed with how it came out. But I guess we might as well just take a look at the face sculpt. Let me just go up there. You see that? There's the face sculpt. I overall do enjoy the face sculpt on this guy. It's pretty cool, but it's, you know, standard Kyuuranger fare. It's got the little face right there. That actually, if you take the Kyutama down or off, then that's what they use to push out the face. And that, in my opinion, is a pretty cool way to integrate the Kyutama into there and not just have a face there. And it at least gives us a new face. There's the little star right there. I would have preferred if it was the actual full Kyuuranger logo, but it still works, in my opinion. And it is a decent, at least a decent setup for the actual combination. And it overall does look pretty nice, but once again, it leaves a bit to desire in the giant pile of Kyuuranger stuff you're gonna have left over. But, you know, that's more or less just space problems for me, and not really the actual toy's fault. Overall, the combination is decent, but it doesn't work as well as it could work. But I overall, once again, I keep repeating myself, but I overall do enjoy the look of this guy. But once again, the pile of Kyuuranger toys and leftover stuff is a little bit annoying, and in my opinion, there's the feet. But in my opinion, it works, but it also doesn't work. Sorry, I'm having camera problems right now. I'm gonna just go out. So that's about it for this time. Like if you enjoyed the video that much, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you want to ask any questions about the actual toy. Once again, the form itself does leave a bit to be desired, but at least it's not the final combination. That'll be for another time. But you can check out my Instagram, ren.jared, where I mostly just do skits. Check out my YouTube channel, Jared the Collector New. And you can also check out CS Toys if you want any of these toys, but I mentioned that in the previous video, so yeah. And I will see my fellow citizens of Tokusatsu Central next time when I review the Ultra Capsule set. Legend Hero Edition. I guess that's the name, I can't remember.